Baby, you talking about finale had me at the edge of my seat. I was literally at the very edge of the couch for the entire episode, hooting and hollering at the TV screen. Bitch, welcome back to Sin City TV. Get on in here and come watch TV with me. Today we will be discussing from season 4, episodes 9 and 10. Episode 9, The Calm Before. Episode 10, If a Tree Falls in the Forest. I decided to combine these two episodes because last week I just really honestly didn't have the time to do a review, and I felt like the episode was giving very much part 1 of a part 2 finale. So I was like, I'm just going to talk about both episodes in one review, and we're going to get it on out there. So let's get on into it. And also, y'all, excuse my appearance, okay? I go on vacation in 2 weeks, and you know how that pre-vacation hair go. I gotta wait until I get closer to vacation to get my hair done. So it's given, whew, please ignore that, okay? So episode 9 jumps off with Tab pretty much telling Boyd the man in yellow was in my house. Took my son's drawings and pretty much told me we shouldn't do this. That it's going to end one or two ways. And I believe that that is what made Boyd decide that they got to go through with this plan, whether it works or not, because now they're in danger. The man in yellow is among them. At least now they know the man in yellow is among them. They don't know who, obviously. I swear that's been getting on my nerves all season 1. The fact that Sophia is amongst them walking around so freely grinds my fucking gears, and nobody knows, and nobody has taken the time, understandably, to be like, who is this? Let's find out more about her. She might be the op. Okay, but anyway, Boyd now, after hearing Tab tell him, you know, the man in yellow was in my house, now they know the man in yellow is walking amongst them, could walk through with or without the talisman during the day. Like, it don't matter. The man in yellow is here. Let me tell y'all something. First, I gotta issue an apology. I have to issue an apology to all the From fans who will post their theories about Clara. Because every time I would see a theory about Clara being anything other than a very necessary side character. Because, you know, you need those side characters. Those characters, we know them, we know their names, we know who they are, we have a connection with them, but not too much. So if something happens to them, it can impact the story, but it wouldn't really impact the audience too much. We need those characters, you know. This whole time, that's what Clara was given to me. But there have been a lot of y'all on these social medias that's been saying Clara may be, some of y'all may thought she was Eloise, some of y'all, but it doesn't matter what the theory was, but y'all thought Clara was a part of this story, and I denied. I rolled my eyes every time I saw a theory about Clara being anything other than a necessary side character. So I have to apologize to y'all for rolling my eyes at your theories when you were on to something all along, whether it be right or wrong. You know, it might have been a little extra by calling her Louise and all that, because that's not what the case is. But still, y'all were on to something. And I thought y'all was just throwing darts at the wall. So I'm sorry. Shocked the hell out of me. I do wish that they did not include the clip of Clara in the previews for the episode, so that it could have been a little bit more of a shock factor for us. But they included it in the clip, in the preview for the episode, so we all kind of knew, oh shit, Clara got something to do with this story. And I never would have imagined it. It really truly gagged me. And I feel like the man in yellow might have picked Clara because she's naive and easy to manipulate. I feel like the town and the entity can sense that in people, and that's what I believe is keeping Clara from believing, oh, I'm going to be bargained, I'm going to be able to go home. No, you're not. And the man in yellow can sense that, because it's very dumb. It's a very silly thing to believe, but she's naive. When Sophia was talking to Clara and she says, this place is built on ritual. And with ritual, what you do, how you do something is just as important as what you do. And that really struck a chord with me, because I've been saying all along that I think the town is under some type of curse, an ancient curse that was cast in the 1800s or something. And that is what the town was based on, and how they're living in this ritualistic loop. So for Sophia to say that, it really resonated with me, because I'm like, this is facts. And how they go about doing things is going to be the key to if they get away or if they don't, if they get home or whatever, or if they don't. How they do things is extremely important. And they are getting close. They are finding answers. They do know what's going on here. Jade and Tabitha are getting it. But are they going to do things in the correct way to really break the curse? And now that we have Sophia in town to make sure that they don't, that's where things get tricky. That's where things get messy. That's where things get rough, because they're not going to be able to do things in the way that they're supposed to be done to break the curse. And they don't know that. They don't have this knowledge. Tab does a little bit, because she says it when she's talking to Boyd, when she tells Boyd that it has to be me and Jade who go down there, because this place, how we do things, is very important. I think she knows, but they don't exactly know how. They don't have the knowledge of what exactly they have to do to get out of there. It's frustrating. Mabu Donna, per usual, asking all the right questions, but nobody has any answers. And I know I said in a previous video that I felt like Donna's complacity made her weak, not weak, but it made her what's the word I'm looking for? I know I said it in the actual review. It made her susceptible to fall apart because of her complacency to doing nothing. But I always come back to that was when they were the safest. Because honestly, I truly and genuinely feel like they're not getting out of there. Unless Tab and Jade really can break this curse in the correct way, I do not believe they're getting out of there, because they do have those ops in town who knows every step they make before they even make it. So even if you can break the curse, there are ops in town who know your moves. It's just frustrating. But my girl Donna, she be asking all the right questions. And I didn't get enough of her this season, and it kind of irritated me. The most important scene she had, y'all almost took her from me. More Donna next season, please and thank you. And I just want to take a moment to talk about one of my favorite scenes. It's a quick moment, and it's really not that big of a scene, but I'm the person who really enjoys watching storytelling and watching a story be told in different ways in film and theater and television and cinematically. And I just love watching stories be told. The scene where Christy pulls Boyd to the side to tell him about Fatima, the way that the sound goes away, but you can still see them walking away. And then Boyd turns and looks at her like, what the fuck did you just say? I loved that scene. It was put together so perfectly cinematically to like get you, because we know what's going on with Fatima. So we know what Christy said to him. But to see his reaction, but we don't hear any sound. I love storytelling so much. Oh, I love it. That's why I like to make these videos, because I just love to watch a good story unfold on television. That's why I'm such a TV, film, theater girly, because give me a story and tell it to me creatively, okay? I'm very irritated by Julie in the way that she goes about the way this town torments people. Yes, the town does confuse you and make you think things that aren't true, and that's why it's so hard to navigate what's real and what's not. But her thinking that her story walking was just the town fucking with her irritates me, because it's like, you did that, boo. You did it. Like you were there. You felt that. You felt that it was real, but you're so scared, and you let Randall convince you that what you're seeing is not real. You let Randall convince you that what you're seeing is not real. And I hate that, because the Julie time walk thing was one of my favorite parts of this season. I was really excited to delve into that. And I know the showrunners did an interview the other day, and they did say that in season 5 we're going to get more into that. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to pump my brakes. But I was like, damn, Julie, you don't believe you can do this anymore, and I was rooting for you? I was rooting for you. We were all rooting for you. I got an APB out on Boyd for putting his hands on my child and then locking him up. I don't like no shit like that. I ain't like that shit at all. I did not like them locking up Victor like that. Do not put your hands on my child. Okay, because that's what Victor is at the end of the day. A child trapped in a man's body. And I wanted to pop Boyd right upside his head when he did that. And also, can we talk about who else I wanted to pop? Elgin. Why in the fuck would you show that lady that picture? It gave suspicious. It didn't even give like, oh, coincidence. It gave, wait a minute. And this dummy, Elgin, the type to get kidnapped and say sorry. Like, I'm sorry that I made y'all want to take me. Is there anything I could do? Is there anything I could do to help you bring me back? The type to walk in on his wife cheating and be like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Like the elevator just don't go to the top. The math don't math. Poor dummy. Dummy, dummy, dummy. And I know we was all on the internet talking about somebody need to come take his other eye. Pissing me off. Now, episode 9 ends with our folks going on down there into the tunnels to retrieve the bones. The crew done made a rope ladder at the diner, but Sophia asked compromise the rope. Compromise the rope ladder so that it would break when it's time for them to come up. And pulling up that bottle tree, she knew that that was going to be a part of the story and breaking the curse, but they're not doing it correctly. Okay, so I don't know if pulling up the bottle tree is what messed everything up, or if they just didn't do it in the right way. Okay, but Tab and Jay get down there. They pull up the bones, and the monsters come, and that's how episode 9 ends. Okay, now let's go on to episode 10. When I tell y'all I was at the edge of my seat the entire episode, literally my bottom was at the edge of the couch and I'm hands on my knees watching the TV because I was so anxious the entire time from start to finish, okay? The way that them creepy ass creatures put fear in my heart just from standing there and smiling. Child. And when the episode ended, episode 9 ended, I knew episode 10 was going to pick up right where it ended. And I knew it wasn't going to be no quick, easy mission. I knew it wasn't. I knew it was going to be some shit. Now, Jade being willing to sacrifice himself so they can get the bones up is such a Jade move. It's such a Jade move. Especially when he told Tab before, when they was leaving Colony House, like, I didn't have anybody trying to talk me out of this. Like, he doesn't really have anybody. So as much as bad as he wanted to go home, him being willing to sacrifice himself so the rest of them could go home. My Jade, how far you've come. There was a time in this show where I couldn't stand Jade. All of season 1 and half of season 2. I hated that man. I hated him. Okay? Boy, what some good character development would do for you. Because I love Jade now. If anything was to happen to him, I would be a wreck. I thought that he was going to get left down in them caves and get torn to shreds. And I was petrified. But nope. Now, this is where things start to get a little bit confusing because we know the monsters can't come out in the daytime. So when the crew starts to pull the tree from the root and the light shines down into the tunnels, the monsters fall back. Now, what is getting me is that there are so many different factors in this story that you have to remember. And that's what confuses me sometimes because when that tree came up and the light came down, those monsters looked genuinely afraid. They looked afraid and they looked as if they figured it out. Like, oh God, they about to break this curse. Like, they looked like things were not going in their favor. They really did. But then when the ladder broke and Tab fell down and night fell and they were able to then move and attack them, now I'm like, wait, so did pulling up the bottle tree work in the favor of the creatures? Because now the town is a rock. Because, baby, pulling up that bottle tree ain't do nothing but bring havoc and mayhem. I'm talking about earthquakes, lightning from shooting up from the ground. Okay, nighttime falling in the middle of the day. Havoc. So I am confused at this point. It's so much that goes into this story. I don't know what to think. But again, that makes me go back to the ritual of it all. Pulling up the bottle tree might have been exactly what they needed to do, but I don't think they did it in the right way, or whatever ritual was in place, it was not done correctly. And that's why all havoc broke loose on the town. The way in which I would have threw Patty ass out of that truck and let the monsters tear her bit to bit and let her get exactly what it is she's so scared of, I ain't shit. I ain't no good because, oh, you want to shoot yourself? Go ahead, let me reload the gun. Here you go, do it again. Let me help you, actually. Because what the fuck is your problem, ma'am? All that hooting and hollering. We got too much happening for you to be in this car losing your mind right now. It's too much going on. We need you to keep a calm, cool head. And if you couldn't, you should have stayed your ass at Colony House. I don't know why the hell Patty was in that car acting her ass like that. Next time, leave Patty at home. The fuck? Oh, she pissed me off real bad. Real bad. Now, again, y'all, I said edge of my seat the entire episode. Okay? Smiley, walking up to the clinic. Fatima, seeing it through her eyes. Okay? Talisman gone from the earthquake. By the time they find it, Smiley is coming through the door. Okay, they try to close the door to put the talisman up in the bedroom. That ain't work. Too late. This motherfucker walked through the room and go, mother. Creepy as shit, okay? And damn, Marielle. And what gets me about Marielle dying in this episode is how this season she's been talking about the screams of the residents that died in Fromville and how she could still hear them and how she can feel them. And the irony of her now being one of those souls. It's so fucked up. It's so fucked up. And it really, really got me. Marielle is not a favorite character of mine, but still, like, she was an important piece of the story, in my opinion, because she had those feelings of the souls being trapped in Fromville. And now her being one of them is sick. Ooh, tell me a story and tell it creatively. Okay, I love it. As sick as it is, I love it. I think when Fatima screamed, when Smiley was screaming, I believe that's when he might have knew or felt that her transformation was almost complete. Because he was like, interesting. And then he just left. And remember, Sophia put the blood in the canister that Clara gave to Fatima to maybe speed up her transformation process. So I think once she did that, Smiley was like, oh, okay. See you soon, Mom. In the tunnels. With us. I fear that Sophia will now also take form as Elgin. Nobody knows that Elgin is dead. Sophia told Clara to get rid of the body. So I feel like Sophia may start to take Elgin's form as well, which is going to further piss me off because it'll then make it harder for anybody to suss her out. My hope and my prayer, what I think is going to happen, y'all know I'm not a theory girl, but let's just pretend for a second. I have a feeling that maybe if I was writing this show, I would have Clara do a terrible job at hiding Elgin's body and have Sophia shapeshift, Marielle shapeshift into Elgin and pretend, and then somebody finds Elgin's body. And then it's like, wait, but Elgin is upstairs or some shit, you know? Maybe that'll help them suss it out a little bit. But as of right now, the fear I have that the Marielle's gonna get caught is, I don't believe it's gonna happen. And it pisses me off because I need somebody to suss her out already. Her, him, she, they, whatever. What are your pronouns, Marielle? And now Sophia just walking her happy ass through town, taking down every single talisman. When nighttime comes and our folks don't have no talismans, it is going to be a slaughter, I fear. Because they're not going to have enough time to run and hide. This is about to be a mess, y'all. A wreck on a wreck, okay? A wreck on a wreck. I was a little irritated that the season ended the way it did, but then I remembered they ain't got no talismans. So when we come back, it's going to be up and stuck from the jump because we ain't got no talismans no more. Nobody has a talisman. Now, I don't really care about Christy as a character. I don't love her. I don't hate her. She's just there. Like, she does nothing for me. But kudos and shout outs to Chloe, the actress who plays Christy, because when she broke down in Boy's arms, I felt genuine sadness. That shit hurt my feelings so bad. That was a guttural sob. It was so convincing. I felt like, damn, like my friend just lost the love of her life. And like, again, I didn't even care about Chrissy like that. That shit hurt me deeply. That shot, take your two fingers and clap them together because, come on, Chloe, act, bitch. Yes, ma'am. We get the ghosts in the kitchen again, slamming cabinets shut with Julie and Ethan. And I still think it's Jim, y'all. I think it's the soul of Jim trying to get in contact with his children. I really do. I truly do. And shout out to Ethan. Shout out to Ethan for making me feel. Okay? Simon Webster, the way he was like, oh, I can't do this. I'm gonna be the only one here. Everybody's gonna die. Ah. Act, baby. Act. Cause stress me out the way you stressed out. I know that's right. I know that's right. Talent goes a long way. And acting will really, really, really make or break your show. Good acting can take it there. And From got some really, really good actors. Like talented, top notch. Okay? Cause I'm stressed out. Cause baby, I'm going crazy too. Now, I knew that Henry was going to try to kill Victor. I told y'all the last 2 episodes that that's what he was going to try to do. I felt the tears welling up in my body the moment Victor sat down and talked to Henry. Because I was like, he's going to kill my baby. Oh. But I'm glad it didn't happen. I'm glad that Ethan walked in at the right time and stopped all that from going down, because I would have been a wreck on a wreck had we lost Victor. I love me some Victor. That's just an innocent child. That's just an innocent little boy who has been stuck in a nightmare for 40 years. He don't deserve none of this. None of it. And neither do Henry. And I feel bad because the town is torturing Henry in the absolute worst way. It's so fucked up. And I've said that in previous videos. It's the worst mental torment ever that they're putting him through. And now, like, hearing Victor scream, you supposed to protect me. Why would you do this? Like, why would you come here and do this? Breaking me up. Tab picks up one. Now, y'all know what happened in the episode. This is not a recap video. This is a review. I'm talking my shit. So y'all know Tab and Jade is stuck down there in the tunnels with no way out. And Boyd and them is on the way because they got the signal that they're still down there. Boyd, Elgin, and Fatima. Fatima wanted to go because she was like, I could sense these monsters, so I could warn y'all in the tunnels what the monsters are coming, okay? So Tab is down there and she picks up one of the skeletons and she's like looking at it, and she starts to feel things that have memories. And the skull that she's holding, she's like, this is her. This is Jade and Tabitha's child that got sacrificed all those years ago and all those reincarnations ago, which was a really deep moment for me, because it's like, when you think about it, these two their souls were married at one point. Their souls had a child that they sacrificed down there. And the guilt of that made them come back in more lifetimes. That shit is really deep. And again, I am not that great at articulating myself, but just the thought of that, it really does something to the heart. It really, really do. I think Fatima knew going down into those tunnels that she was not coming back out. I think she knew that she was becoming one of them. I think she knew that what her fate was, because when they finally got Tab and Jade out, but the monsters were coming, she knew, like, automatically, like, go. Y'all go. I'ma save y'all some time. And then she says, remember who I was. And turned into a motherfucking monster. Turned into a creature. That is going to be very interesting to see how that unfolds in season 5. Because, yeah, she's one of them, but she's also a town, like, part of the town as well. Like, once you become one of those, do you automatically turn against the people in the town? Or does she still have a little bit of herself left inside there where she wants to help them? Now, I don't know, bitch. At the end of the episode, the boy in white and the man in yellow meet up in the woods. The man in yellow has all of the talismans, and he throws them into, like, did he throw them into a tree or a hole in a tree or something? And remember, Boyd finds these talismans in the woods somewhere. So I'm thinking, like, is that how the cycles restart? Because y'all know I've been saying all season, the massacre's afoot. Okay, we almost at the end. It's almost over. And the man in yellow has done this before. So now that he threw the talismans, like, is, like, the cycle about to restart? Like, is it really about to happen? Like, the massacre is truly afoot. Ugh. And also, the man in yellow and the boy in white, their conversation, I'm going to have to watch the episode a few more times and really pay attention to their conversation, because is it giving the man in yellow and the boy in white are playing a game with each other? because the boy in white was like, you're gonna lose this time? Or is the boy in white truly a good figure and truly representing a good figure, trying to help the people of the town? I really don't know. And it was an interesting conversation to watch them have, because it doesn't give you an answer one way or the other. It's like, are y'all in cahoots or are y'all against each other? But child, that's how the episode ends. This has been a wild season, and I have to say it honestly was one of my favorites. I really enjoyed the tone of it because it was pressure. The entire season, it felt like we were in a pressure cooker. That's how I felt watching the whole season. All the other seasons felt hopeful. We want answers. We want to know how they're going to get home. This season felt like we were trapped in a literal pressure cooker. And the more that they find out, the worse things get. And that's exactly what has happened. Pulling that bottle tree up from the ground wreaked havoc. Lightning from the ground. Earthquakes. Night falling in the middle of the day. Like, those things have never happened before. What are we in for in season 5, guys? What are we in for? I don't know. But this season has been so good. I've enjoyed making these videos for y'all. I really enjoy talking to y'all. The few loyal fans I have that watch my videos, thank y'all so much. Thank y'all so much. Next season, I will be right back here. Same energy, same vibes. So please follow me, subscribe. I cover other shows. So yeah, I cover other shows so you can watch me in the meantime. All right? I'm going to call y'all back.